Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Mustangs will put total leather and we'll get started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Off play action on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got room at the 35. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on its way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, SMU!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Iowa State, 0.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's going to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came.
Trying to beat the D deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, look out on the right. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive.
He's off to the races. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa State. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they did tack on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, SMU!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Offense getting set for first down. They'll try the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll field it close to the 50, and the returner is stopped. Offense set on 1st down. Trying the left side. Nice move to keep running. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, SMU 21, Iowa State 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. Off he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Iowa State, 13.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll take it on the return. Touchdown, SMU! The special teams proving worthy of their name. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
He'll bring it out. It's Connors. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Gain 2.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Man, the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Second and very short here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Turns it on in midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Fresno State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Bulldogs all day with almost no let-up. They're up 14 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
Looking for the end zone. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything.
And it's picked off. Looking for more room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
SMU 42, Iowa State 28.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick off.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Quarterback moving. Got out of trouble and throws. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, this is a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that. Drops the ball right in his hands.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create some.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Mustangs have taken it inside the 20. To the ground to try to move the chains. Puts him in the spin cycle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Arkansas State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab. Touchdown, SMU. And the punishment has been extended. He has been surgical. Precision passing. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all day long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Iowa State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, they're...
Makes the grab down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
2-9 Philly.
Power football with the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Brought down at the 38.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, SMU 52, Iowa State 28.
All wideouts, no backs.
42 Spider. Arrow.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play. A 1st down for the offense. Here's the handoff. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Leaves it with the running back. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The give to the back.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown Mustangs! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
28.
Fair catch, called for and made. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cyclones! And once he got loose, it was all over. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take it. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
59. Iowa State, 34.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll try the right side. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to.
Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, SMU! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense.
And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a